Hello there. I don't know if anyone's about there. I'm just getting set up. Just, let's see if we can. If anyone's about there, I'm just getting set up. Just, let's see if we can. If anyone's about there, I'm just getting set up. Just, let's see if we can. Hi, Steph. I'm upside down, haven't I? Does it matter what way I set this up? I always have to turn it, so I'm clearly doing something wrong, but I haven't worked out what. That's not bad though, is it? Just trying to get it so that you can see. So how are you today, Steph? Are you getting some rest today? Let's see if I can. Never know whether to move the camera or move the mat. Take this camera up very slightly. Okay, hi Randy, how are you? I'm glad to have you. It's a rainy Saturday afternoon here, and so I thought, notice it's slightly clean crafting today. I'm not getting too messy today. So I took part in a blog hop this morning and the theme was birthday, and I made a lovely birthday card with this set for the blog, and I wrote about it. But what I realised is I hadn't kept the card. I'd sent it off to someone, and so then I couldn't really show people it. So what I thought I'd do, and also I had meant to video it, so what I'm going to do now is video one very similar style, and it's with the Happy Birthday to You stamp set that is free in Celebration. Yeah, it's quite damp and cold and wet here, Randy. Hi, Audrey. Oh, I'm glad your notification worked. That's fantastic. That's great. Would one of you maybe show in the sharing the Jazzle Dazzle Friends Craft group? Hi, Anne-Marie. Could someone do that for me? Like all my devices are kind of work. I meant to do that before I went live, but it took me so long to get set up. So I'm actually just going to try and make this card, and I just thought some of you might want to share what working. Is anyone sitting at their craft area just now watching, or are you just relaxing and watching YouTube? So what I'm going to do a wee bit of layering, so what I call decoupage. Some people don't call it that, but I do decoupages. There's two different types, I think, isn't there? So this is the layering kind. So I've cut a piece of Whisper White, just the thin one for stamping on, and it's 10 centimetres by 10 centimetres. I know you guys in the USA use different measurements, so obviously you could work out your own proportions. So that's the main image, and I'm going to layer it onto some lovely lipstick because I have chosen this beautiful paper from the Best Dressed Designer Series paper pack. It's gorgeous. I did use this one with the purple posy and the mint macaron for the one that I did for my blog hop. So if you want to have a look later at jazzledazzlecrafts.com, you'll see the one I did for the blog hop. And in fact, you know, if you're not busy, have a wee jump around our blog hop or a hop around. Some of the girls' projects are fantastic. They've done, it's all just on the theme of birthday. Hi Christine, welcome in. We're just having a wee crafty afternoon. I've got the grandchildren coming later, so I just thought I'd have just a wee while to chill. So, and I think I might have put my designer series paper back in the packet, have I? Yeah, that was a bit daft, wasn't it? So I'll do the stamping first. It's really quite a simple enough card. It just takes a wee while, and it's got a few wee fussy bits on it to make it special. Because in actual fact, I'm probably going to use this for my godmother's birthday card. She's actually has her birthday while I'm away, and she's going to be 90. How fantastic is that, to get to 90? Hi Ladonia, good afternoon. Is it rainy down south as well? It's a rainy drizzle. It's what we call, what in Scotland I would say, I was just twisting that because it's a felt pad. So, and I forgot, I need to do my sentiment first. What a nana. What a nana I am. It's drizzly, I would say here, and it's gaidrich the day. So I'm actually wanting this sentiment right at the bottom of the square. So I'm trying to line, using my eyesight. There you go. Isn't that script is beautiful? I'll pop that one out of the way. I've just dampen this with the pad again. I've probably got loads of ink on it. And I want to aim this so that it still fits in. So if I did it above the B, it's not all going to fit in. But if I take it to this side and aim the bottom of the cake plate between the H and the B, this is my base. And that's the basis of my square, and I've got oh gosh, I've made a wee mark. You don't see that, just ignore that. Did I tell you I was trying to be clean today as well? I might have to redo that. Let's see. Oh, I know what, we'll be able to put something sparkly there. So on the scrap, I'm going to cut twice here, stamp twice on the scrap. Once and then twice. Hi Jenny, good morning. Good morning Australia, is it? Or no, Jenny, you're in the USA, aren't you? I'm all confused with who lives where. At least I remember that I live in Scotland. I suppose that's something. And it's Burns Day today. We're celebrating in Scotland. We're celebrating Rabbie Burns. Yeah, Steph, I've got the radiator on in the bedroom. I miss having an open fire. Right, so I'm going to use these to cut out. That's my base. So I'm just letting that Memento ink dry. So we'll glue this bit all together. So I don't know if I've shown you before, I've got this wee sort of small sweetie jar, and when I'm working I keep my ink in there so that the ink is pointing towards the nozzle. So just a wee tip if you need one. I'm sure you've all got your own methods, but if you haven't, there's one. Kentucky. Jenny. Yeah. Not, my geography's not very great, but I am of the States, although I have been, and I am going very soon to Arizona. I'm going to be flying into Phoenix and next week, and then up to Sedona, where my husband's going to be running a race. So I'm hoping it's going to be a bit sunnier and slightly warmer. What did I say about the glue? I If I've said something dodgy, Jenny, then that's probably because my brain and my mouth are not actually wired properly. Right, so then we're going to put so that this paper is just gorgeous. You know, even if you're not into makeup and handbags and shoes, the flowers are just gorgeous, and I figure my aunt will love these flowers. She loves flowers, so I'm arranging to. I'm actually not going to be home when it's her birthday, although she does live a wee bit away from me anyway. And I think I'll just layer this on now. So you're doing the Lunar New Year today and Rabbie Burns tomorrow. My husband had his haggis, meats and tatties last night. We've got the grandchildren coming. One of them would have loved to have haggis, the other one would have spat it back at me. So I've gone for spaghetti bolognese, or spag balls as we call it here, for tea tonight, because they'll both eat that. And I'm making a mess, so I've got some ink on my finger. I need to clean that off. Bear with me. Chamois are not just for stamps. Clean your hands with them too. Well, now you know where the sparkly bits will be going on this card, yeah? Right, so that will be going in the middle there. Now, because the colours that I'm in this paper are Lovely Lipstick and Old Olive, and I think I have Old Olive in blends, but I don't have Lovely Lipstick in blends. Oh, Jenny, haggis is gorgeous. You have to come to Scotland and experience it. You have to eat it first before I can tell you exactly what it is. They're wee animals that roam the hillside. Well, fictional animals, but hey, that's all the secrets I'm going to tell you. So I am going to colour in the leaves, but not totally, just adding a bit of colour with the markers. Kind of, it's not really a watercolour look, but just a kind of look that I'm just suggesting the colour. I'm not going to do too much detail here because I am going to layer this up, but I'm just figuring out putting a bit of colour in there. And again, with the Lovely Lipstick. Do you know what? You don't actually have to. You can, you know, just add a bit. You could use ink. You can colour it solid. You know, it's your flower, you do it your way. I'm just doing a bit of suggesting colour here. Keeping my wee wavy lines within the lines of the flower. If I don't like it, I can change it when I'm done, and I can change it to solid colour. But this is actually going to get layered over. Hi Bobby, thanks for coming in. Hiya. Hi Sheila. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to not make this take too long. Don't want to bore you to death. It's a relatively simple card with some extra bits, but I think it'll be a bit special. And I've got the crystal effects out as well. So I'm just going to leave that bottom layer like that. What am I going to cut out? I'm going to cut out this part here of this one. I'll just take that one off just now. I'm fussy cutting this. I have to tell you, there are dies available starting at the beginning of next month. Demonstrators can have them now in the new coordination dies. Steph, don't tell them. You have to eat it first before you can. But it's delicious. Was kind of, do you know, during the war, it was kind of like resistance food. But, and they ate similar kinds of, do you know, like black pudding and white pudding and things. They ate similar things like that during the war, because it, you know, it was easy to get. But haggis is it's just delicious. You do get vegetarian, I think vegan varieties as well. But it's spicy and so easy to eat. Kind of comforting. I'm not actually going to do all the detail here. I'm just like cutting out the flower shape at the top here. Again, if you're doing layering or decoupage as I call it, you decide what bits. And I just choose what's easiest and what might look okay. So this will be the first layer. Don't need to take too long. I'm not good at cutting, and I know all that. I know all the theory about moving the paper and all that stuff. I know the scissors, but unfortunately, it doesn't work in my brain. It just won't. My brain doesn't compute properly. It is what it is. So I'm not doing all those silly wee fluffy wee buds and things, because they're on the bottom layer anyway. So you'll see them there. So there's my second layer there, and then I'm just going to cut out these here for the last bit. So I'll not be too long doing that. Get that out my way, it's annoying me. At vegetarian, it's just minced vegetables and oats, kind of probably, and nuts. I think more like a kind of spicy nut roast type, but it does have a similar texture. I have tried it and it is palatable. So there'll be much merriment tonight in sort of lots of places within Scotland as people celebrate and they recite all the poems and they address the haggis. Hi, Jacqueline. Does anyone know any Burns poetry? Fair fire on a sonsy face, great chieftain o' the puddin' race. I bin them all, you tak your place. And I can't paint, stripe and something else I've forgotten already. I can do it when I put my mind to it. My dad was a huge Burns fan and he used to recite it all. So that's my second layer, and then we'll layer these ones on top with the dimensional. So let's give these a bit of a colour in, and then we'll... So I don't know if I'm sticking with this. I think I quite like the scribbly idea. It's quite abstract-y looking. Tofu haggis, I guess this, I don't know about that, but I suppose it's doable. Yeah, my dad, right to his dying day. Yeah. Tam O'Shanter from beginning to end. And my wee grandson, he's 9, he's been doing some Scots poetry at school, and he was one of the children from his class that was chosen to do it at assembly yesterday, so looking forward. Yeah, Simon Howie, they're from Ochterardder, yeah, they do the vegetable ones. At least it lets people who don't eat meat join in, you know. I think it's a good idea because, you know, not everyone eats meat. I don't know if my scribbles are working or not, but I'm continuing with them to just give the suggestion of colour. Kind of looks like those kind of carnations that have, you know, got pink at the tips. We might... I don't like I can go on and do... The only thing is with the markers you do get more of a solid colour. I'm trying to give an arty-farty sort of look. Not sure I'm achieving it, but you know what? I'm enjoying it, and as I know what it's all about. And as I say, I can sort it later. I could use ink, and I could use my Wink of... I'm going to put some Wink of Stella on it anyway, so it might spread the colour a wee bit, so we'll see what happens when we do that. You use your watercolour pencils, your blends. You know, you've so much choice with colouring things with Stampin' Up. Right, so that... Oh, I better do something with these two as well, while I've got this pen out. I've never actually tried tripe. My dad used to cook it. My dad was a butcher. So, to be honest, I've tried a lot of other things that I would rather have not have tried. But I wouldn't even admit to be honest. But the thing is, he used to get us to taste things and then tell us after what they were. But I'm okay with liver and things like that. Kidneys. They're all good for you. Good iron sources. If you're a meat eater, if you're not, well, you won't consider it good for you. But hey, we all have to decide for ourselves. Oh, Randy, well, we need to do a bit of watercolour pencil. I think Esther might have done some with her watercolour pencils. We need to have a wee play with them, won't we? That is the thing, and you know, during the war, etc., offal was, do you know, the mainstay of their diets during rationing and stuff. I think this looks like it's been coloured by a 2-year-old, but I don't know, I quite like it. I'm not sure, but we'll just keep going. Right, you start something in your head. Yeah, it's just a wee idea I had in my head and I've no idea. Just do around the outside of the leaf in a wee bit. See what happens. I don't want to take too long. I thought this would be quick. And I'm not sure what blood sausage is, but I think it probably is similar to black pudding. Are other people celebrating the Lunar New Year or Chinese New Year today? Are we cooking special things? You can use your aqua painters along with your watercolour pen. So, do you know, I think that was meant to be a petal, but it's now a leaf. Hey. Sort of abstract look. Let's just get this layered up and then we'll add some Wink of Stella. So where have I put my dimensionals? I didn't get them out this time because the last video I did get them out and then I couldn't find them when I was filming. So this time, right, quite like to just give this a bit of a curl. Now, if you're not good at lining up, a wee trick to do once you've put your dimensionals on, if you're doing a bit of decoupage, is to put a wee bit of glue once you take your backing off. Yeah, if you're using a lot of water, use watercolour pencil. But if you can use your blenders with the watercolour pencils and the Wink of Stella, and it doesn't get so wet then, so you could use that on any paper surface then. If you want to have room to kind of line up here, you can put a bit of glue. See if you put a wee bit of wet glue, or you could use, do you know, one of those stick glues? What do you call them? I better not say the brand names. But you know what I mean, this stick solid glue. And we give them to our children because they don't make so much mess. I'm just going to layer this on and make it lined up there. And then the same here, we'll give it a bit of a curl. Just the wet glue helps a wee bit if you don't line it up yet. Of course, I haven't got that lined up very well, but of course I've waited too long to move it. But if I'd noticed that right away, see, it is actually moving slightly with the wet glue being there. If I didn't have the wet glue, there is no way that I'd be able to move that. I'm just going to put it's just if when you're doing something that you really want to be able to line it up. So I don't want this to be squint. So I'll do that again here with this flower. This doesn't seem to want to. What have I done? That way, that's it. I couldn't line them up, my eyes didn't see. My eyes went, I don't know, what was thinking there? I couldn't see, it's on my daft colouring, I'm not sure about it at all. I need a bit more. Let's see what would happen if I come in with a wink of Stella here. Ah, see, there's the secret. Get your wink of Stella, do that sort of scribbly like colouring that I've done, and then see what happens with the wink of Stella. It pulls the colour. I kind of thought that was kind of in my head, but I just didn't remember. Not done much colouring in a while. You could do this with the wink of Stella and your watercolour pencils too. You just add a bit of colour like I've done here, and then when the wink of Stella pulls the colour out a wee bit. With your watercolour pencils it blends it much more than it does with the pens. That gives you nice sparkly flowers. Just keeping that as a surprise for you. And just clean it off a wee bit. I'm just using bits of the scrap. Get rid of the pink. And then just do the same on your leaves. And it takes the stark white away. There was no need to do it on all the layers because obviously you're going to hide them anyway. Do you know what? I almost add a wink of Stella to every order. I just think they're fabulous. It's the clear one anyway. I know you can get it in other colours, but this clear one is so handy. You use it for so much. You try colouring with wink of Stella and some ink. Oh my goodness. It's just such a beautiful finish. And just make something simple. Now we'll clean that off again, and then I'm just going to put a touch on the white buds I've decided, or berries or whatever they are. I'm just leaving these all white. I just put the wink of Stella on and it'll sparkle them up. Now I'm going to be putting crystal effects on the plate, but I'm going to leave that till the card's all made up. I think I'll layer it. I'm going to put it on here. See, it's coming now. It's coming nicely as a card, isn't it? Yeah, it's great on your butterflies as well. Often I just, when they run out, I just open them up and see if I can get enough, a wee drop alcohol in, and it barely picks it up again, so that you can make them last for a while. Just missed that bit. There we go. So I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. Now the wink of Stella, of course, is still flat. Probably should have done that later, but we'll just try. Just put. I'll put one in the middle here. Whoops. It's just to keep it from collapsing. Again, if you're not good at lining up or you really want to be very particular, you might want to put wet glue on. I'm okay with that. I'm not. So this is much more vibrant than the first one I did. I'm going to add some sparkle as well, and a ribbon here as well. So where have I put the ribbon now? A white ribbon would be lost on this, and I don't have any lovely lipstick ribbon, but I have a way of getting lovely lipstick ribbon. And I've got this beautiful crinkle ribbon that comes with the Poppy suite. I think it's with that suite. Absolutely gorgeous. And if you have a splatter stamp of some kind, now there's a splatter one in the Poppies, if I can find them. I should have had that ready. What's the Poppies one called? Because if I could look at the... Here it is. Here it is. Painted Poppies. Right. So there's a small splatter here. This small splatter stamp. I'm going to get that. And I'm just going to put it on this scrap because I don't really want it all over the place. And I need a block. I'm just going to cut a bit. I don't know how big a bow I'm going to tie. We'll just cut a wee bit off. Put it away to keep it clean. And then I did this with a card in a kit that I sold this month. So those of you who bought my kit this month, if you're watching this possibly on the replay, this is the method I used to make the ribbon on one of the cards that you have the instructions in the kit, and it was this little splatter. Well, I'm sure it's available now. So look, when you stamp on it, it just soaks in the colour. In my Poppies kit I did a sort of multicoloured ribbon. Could have done this maybe. You can just get quite fast at it. And I like the splatter because then it's not solid, but it does soak through, so it won't matter which side of your ribbon is showing. Quite quick really, not taking too long. Whatever, Christine. Thanks for coming in. I'll be finished soon and I'll be wanting to watch Trisha too. We're not in competition, we work together. Right. So that's my ribbon. Alright, you've come on after watching Trisha, yeah. I don't think she's been live today, has she? She had her usual Saturday morning. I think she's planning to. But she has her craft class on a Saturday morning. Right, so I'm going to tie. I use this. This is my secret weapon, my bow maker. I had it for years. A friend gave me it. So basically with this, you can make this out of a bit of wood and some nails. So then we go. I'm just wrapping this round a few times, and you can do it all kinds of ways. You can do, if you want, you know, you could do it like like a figure of 8. Don't know how many bits this bow. I'm just using up the length of ribbon that I cut that it'll not be long enough that way, so we'll just, whoops, we'll stop there. I'll lift that up. Thread this bit underneath. And you need an extra hand, maybe, right, that's it. Underneath, and then bring it back over here. So I've got both my ends here now, and I just basically tie them in a knot. That's right, yeah, it's years old, isn't it? The Glitter Girls Bow Maker, that's what it is. It has served me well, I can tell you. I can count how many bows I've made with this. No, we're not, Christine. We all work together and support each other. That's the whole ethos. So then I'll just faff, you can faff about with bows and ribbons as much as you want to. I will just cut this one about there. You can faff more once it's Wendy, it's the lovely lipstick to match with the paper and the pen that I used. Okay, now the old problem on my desk, not enough room. Where are my glue dots? There's some in this packet, but there should be another thing of them. This ribbon is delightful, and it's so thin, and so it takes up, do you know, it'll squash down easily for post, etc. Although this is a bit of a bulky card, I will pay the extra postage on this to make sure. Don't want my aunt to have to, well, she doesn't get out, so I don't want her to have to pay to have it. Should have to send somebody else to pay for it. So we're just going to pop that strategically there to hide my black blotch that I got there. And then I'm going to get some bling. Now, I had thought of using, I need something for the middle here as well. So what have we got? I think I've got some Diamantes, which I think will work better here. I wonder if the champagne one would be okay in this. I don't know. Can't find my where's my ordinary ones? We'll just use the champagne ones, why not? They'll tone in quite well. I actually like the champagne. Yes, we can use our blends on our Diamantes as well, and we can colour them to suit. You would need to use the alcohol markers for that. The normal ones won't stay, but this is fine. And let's see. No, I don't know where that one's gone. So I need a big one for a start to hide that. And then I need some for the middles of the flowers, so I think the big ones are better in the middle of the flowers. That's why I didn't bother colouring them, because I knew I was going to put Diamantes there. Sorry, I'm getting a bit out of shot. I think I've got bits of cardboard everywhere. I started off clean and tidy. What happened? Right, so where else can we put some That one had to go there, and there's a bit of a blotch here, so like there, and then something over this side to balance it. I'm looking, Audrey, I just saw your comment. No, the other roll of, what do you call them? Do you know what? You're right. It was there. And them that I brought out in the box. Nightmare I am. I'm going to pop this one over this side to balance it. So we've got a kind of triangle going on there. So we've got 3 there and 3 on there. And I will do a wee 90. I'm not going to do that right now, but I'll use the 6 from there and turn it around the other way to be a 9, and the 0 from Make a Difference. This is such a handy set. And I might use the A for Anne somewhere on it. I'm not sure at the moment. I won't mess it up too much, but I will use them later. So thanks for sticking with me. There's my finished card. I think it's quite a special card. What do you think? Yeah, Audrey, I can do them with the gems, right? No, I had those gold ones out, the sparkly ones, but I did have some clear diamantes, and I don't know where they are just now. Actually, a new packet. Do you know what? I think I might have given them to someone and then meant to order up another pack, and I maybe haven't. Anyway, I'm quite pleased with that. What do you think? Do you like that? And that stamp is free. Absolutely free. Yeah, the splodge monster gets everywhere, doesn't he? But hey, we dealt with that. Oh, I didn't do the last thing I need to do. This shimmery crystal effect that was in the autumn winter catalogue, it's carrying over. It's carrying over, so you can still order it, and I have, it is listed on my blog on jazzledazzlecrafts.com. If you go to the bottom of that post, you will get the order number. There's a link to my online shop there, but if you're a demonstrator or have a different demonstrator, then you pop on my blog and get the order number for this. So I'm just going to get this to start running. It's actually good because it had been lying for a long time and it worked straight away. So just to give the glass effect, I did this the very last thing because I'm going to need to then leave this to dry for an hour or so. I'd probably just leave it overnight. So I'm just giving doing it on the glass plate, and I really like this. Can't talk while I'm doing this, got to concentrate. And just fill up the middle now that I've put the edges. It's kind of like piping a wee bit. Just make sure there's no holes in it. And that will settle. There's a bit missing here. There we go. That will settle and it will dry clear. There you go. A special card, I think. Not this one. This is available. This one's it was slow in coming in, but it's there. This one is available, and it's carrying over. Unless I've got that wrong, Christine. But I'm fairly sure it's now available. Who's got the tongue out? Well, I got it, so. And it did, when I first ordered it, it went on back order and then eventually it came in. If you can get your hands on it anyway, it's excellent and it is carrying over. It's not shown in the catalogue, but I believe it is going into the annual catalogue, the next one coming out. I might be wrong, but it's still orderable. And it's just a fab wee product, and you can see the wee sparkle in it. It's just lovely. So there you go, glitzy sparkle but pretty card. Thanks so much. I hope you all enjoy the rest of the... Yeah, I probably did have my tongue out. You're right, conservators. Right, anyway, I'm going to love you all and leave you. Oh no, I've noticed another wee splodge from the splodge monster. Let's put another wee and then I will go. So if you're watching this on the replay, please, if you hit the live chat button, you'll know what's going on better. Probably a bit late to tell you that at the end. Christine, I don't have the code to hand, but if you go on jazzledazzlecrafts.com, there's a blog post today about a card the same design as this, just different colours. And if you scroll to the very bottom of that post, you'll get all the products there and you can pull the order number from there if that's okay. Thank you. And now I don't have my tool to get my... Oh, for goodness sake, Janice. There it is. I am going to put a middle-sized Diamante up in this corner because the splodge monster was there too. And actually, in fact, that's better because that's an odd number of Diamantes and that works better in my head. So I'm just going to leave that now and I'm going to say goodbye and thank you very much, everyone. Have a great rest of the weekend. You guys in the USA, you've got longer of a weekend left. The folks at the other side of the world, yours is starting to run out, but enjoy whatever you do. I'm going to have the grandchildren staying overnight tonight, so I don't know what we're going to get up to, but I'm sure we'll have lots of laughter and fun, maybe a board game or something. Okay, bye for now. Of course I can't get to switch off, just bear with me. Got to see my ugly moosh a bit longer.